Welcome to another edition of Brian's Big Idea. I am Brian Boland, and I am the aggressive growth stock strategist here at Zacks, and I've got an idea for you. And here's the big one. It's about insiders. You know, insiders are always getting stock as part of their compensation. And so, therefore, they're always going to be selling. So I'm not too concerned about selling, but what I am concerned about is buying. That's one thing that doesn't happen very often. But when it does, there can be different types of buys. There can be programmed buys. These are things that, shareholders, insiders in the company are just going to be buying the stock on a regular basis. Those usual small amounts. But sometimes there's big statement buys. And that's when someone at the company is saying, boy, things are looking better for us. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I know that we're going to be doing it and doing it well. And the market underappreciates us. Let's take a look at a couple stocks here and then talk about one of the wonderful services we have here at Zacks. All right, so for my first stock that we're going to take a look at, we've got Royal Caribbean Cruises. Royal Caribbean Cruises, it's RCL, and it's a Zacks rank number 2. That's a buy. A for growth that I love to see, A for value that some investors love to see. And we're looking at a very big cap, $43 billion cruise industry. Took some hits in the pandemic, but is coming back. And we see after earnings, stock dropped, but has popped all the way back. Take a look at some of the numbers that we like to look at here. Are you beating the number? And the answer is yes, across the board for Royal Caribbean. Pretty good size beats too, at 18% average, positive surprise. Are your estimates moving higher? Well, yes, they are, 480 to 520. Then our next set of estimates goes from, it goes down. 181 to 165, not what we want to see. But the Zacks rank here's more about the annual estimates, and 116 to 158 is good to see. Same with 1289 to 1337. So a little blip there on the estimates, and I'm all about growth. I want to see, are you growing the business? 18% top line growth this year, 9% next year. Or it slows down. Who knows? We can see. Let's take a look at the chart here, and we can see this is a lovely, lovely chart. I love this. I mean, you're talking about a 45-degree angle since mid-2022. This pandemic, we're never going to go on a cruise ship again. We are, and then off to the races. Things look good for Royal Caribbean, especially if there's insiders buying recently. That tells me this stock price is likely to go up. All right, let's do the next one. Let's go through this one faster, because this is Crocs, Crox. You know them, you love them, you love those shoes. It's a Zacks rank number 2, A for growth, A for value, 8 billion. That number, that was sliding into the number report, come back up, down, and headed back higher. Let's take a look at our numbers. We know that they just beat here, but they have been beating overall. Good to see. How about the estimates? The estimates moving in the right direction. No, they're not for here, but no, they're not here. But yes, they are in the annual. And yes, they are in the annual. So the Zacks rank cares more about the annual than the quarterlies. Are you growing the business? Retailer, it's pretty well established. That's I'm about to show you there. There they are. 4% top line growth, 4 billion. 5% next year. 4.3 billion. So, I mean, they're growing. You may not like the style, but people wear Crocs. That's just a simple thing, and they buy them. All right, pandemic, we're going to die. No, everyone's going to wear Crocs indoors all the time because no one has to see it. And now you've actually fallen in love with your Crocs, and you're probably going to be replacing them after a little while and blinking them out. That's Crocs. All right, finally, we've got Aon. Aon is a Zacks rank number 3, but I just love seeing this little motion here. A miss, but the stock doesn't care. Keeps on going straight up. So let's just blow through this. 76 billion. You're an insurance company, boring space, if you will. But I mean, you can't beat this. We miss, but we go higher. We're just gonna look at the chart for this one because Aon has a history of missing the number. It just does. Look at all these misses. Look at all these misses. Does the stock care? No. But look at this earnings growth. Looks good. All right. So the idea in today's video is all about insider buying. And Tracy Reineck runs the Insider Trader service here at Zacks. She's got plenty of stocks inside of this service that focuses on when insiders are buying. She selects the best ones that have good earnings estimate revisions and looks to make great gains. I've taken a look at her portfolio earlier. It looks very good. She's got a lot of good holdings in there. And I think this is a service that you should definitely check out here at Zacks. All right, that's my big idea for this week. Be sure to join me next week when I have another big idea and highlight another great service at Zacks. Until then, why don't you go to Zacks.com/promo to check out all of our latest promotions.